Penelope Perfect, one of the longest reigning champions in jobber history, alongside one of her bitter rivals, Ali Brawler. Not to mention the man who's now 97.35% plastic after 671 different reconstruction surgeries, Jackson Smooth. It all looked to be going well. The show guaranteed to be a hit. First, we needed to crown a women's champion, and Penelope Perfect was keen to regain her throne once more, spoon and a wind chime. Oh, and also Precious Silver, but she's just really there for the hell of it, let's be honest. For old time's sake, Penelope Perfect wins the women's title and starts the season off strong, claiming that she'll never lose the title again. But Sally thinks that this was all rigged. Is there a conspiracy against Psycho Sally? Hell to Pay members Ali Brawler and Danielle Wallace reunite to challenge for the women's tag title, and they end up taking the win over the team of Beth Spartan and Nova Northern Light. Some things really never change, huh? In the main event, a new face emerges and Braden the Dark claims the men's title. The fans knew little about Braden before he was signed, but they'll never forget him after his chaotic performance he put in tonight. Week 1 started off better than I expected, with a good booking rating and 35,000 fans gained. Not too bad at all, even if we are sat last in the table. Due to completing a seasonal objective in Week 1, we actually gained a To The Moon power card in Week 2, which would definitely come plus for us in this run, but I wasn't willing to use it just yet. First, I needed to... Oh, you have to be taking it. How is Mick Foley back already after only 1 week of the season? And he's used 2 of his power cards on her. Steady on, Mick. You wouldn't want last place using a bunch of jobbers to threaten you now, would you? Give it a rest, man. Mick's power cards meant that not only did everything cost double in Week 2, but we also had to put the show on in the high school gym, which honestly could do irreparable damage to us even this early on. Thankfully, though, there were positives. Former champion Cora Cup became available, and she had a score to settle. She went out and publicly stated that she never got to show the fans her true potential, and she was here to put things right. Will she capture gold again at SmackDown this season? There were a couple of issues facing her, though. Signing in Week 2 was a new woman on the block, and she was not here to make friends. Odyssey Rift, a former Icelandic Olympic powerlifter, was ready to make her in-ring debut for SmackDown, and she was a force to be reckoned with. Tonight, she'll be taking on Neon Brightstar and Cora herself in a triple threat tables match, but first we had other things to worry about. Triton claims that he was here to protect wrestling royalty, and Jackson Smooth was his titles against Red Monsoon and Brute Force, with Triton pushing Jackson out of the way of a stretch Hummer driven by Brute, allowing him to pin Monsoon for the belt. It looks like Jackson won't be getting injured with an enforcer helping him out this season. Then it was time for Odyssey and Cora to square off, but the debuting Rift was too much for both of them, walking away with the win after picking up both of her opponents and hauling them through the table at the same time. This week was doomed from the start thanks to Mick, but we'll get our revenge, that's for sure. A pathetic 22,000 fans gained, and the spirits were low. He needed a beacon of hope, someone who was going to come in and carry SmackDown on his back. The only problem is, no one knows where he is. After last season, Kyle Slickman decided to return to his job as a security guard, and is now blending in with the multiple other bold bouncers that work the doors of the Sacramento nightclub. It was up to our scouts to locate him and bring him home, but with only 5 points available every week, were we going to be able to do that? It felt like the run depended on it, and all we could do was wait and hope. Week 3 was about getting back on our feet. An early setback wasn't going to ruin our spirits, and as if it were a sign from God, guess who showed up in the talent pool? It's Jerry Hattrick, and one of his long-term rivals, Silence. These are 2 massive signings that we needed at this point, but still no sign of Kyle yet. How many scouts would it take to seek out the GOAT? After successfully regaining what she claims is rightly hers, Penelope Perfect defended her title in the opener of Week 3, but she was in for a shock as Odyssey Rift strolled in and stacked all 3 women on top of each other to get the pin. There's no way she can be stopped, surely. Jerry Hattrick then marked his return with a win over Cole Quinn and Silence, because of course he did. And Hell to Pay members Ali Brawler and Danielle Wallace retained their titles once more as they looked to embark on an inspirational title run. In fear that Friday nights were in danger of being taken over by the killer clown Braden, and without The Undertaker to put him one-on-one against, Teddy Long pulled up 2 enforcers, Rangvold and Olaf Ostrowski, to take the belt off of him. But it wasn't enough. Even with a run-in from Heath Manhattan, nothing could stop the Friday Night Joker. We saw significant improvements in our results and fans gained, but we were still falling further behind every week. Something needed to happen. We needed a boost that would propel us to our comeback. And little did I know that one was right around the corner. Week 4 started off with a bang. A special promotion card for completing beating the commissioner goal last week. Was this going to save us? They have been nerfed beyond belief, but it was something to cling on to. I knew drastic measures had to be taken if we were going to stand a chance, and what better time to use some big power cards than right before the first PLE. To make sure that we didn't fall too far behind after week 5, I used the just a minute say that in Teddy Long's voice, so you're welcome. This card basically renders everyone's shows useless by lowering the XP gained for their stars and removing all match bonuses and quality boosts altogether. It was a devastating blow for the underground, but how do I use it too early? Upon booking my show, I decided to check the commission goal for free and just arrest my male tag champ, which was not ideal, but the reward was huge. A power card was on the line that immediately gave me 10 more scouting points for next week.
The main thing about in this fight is the fact that he's a slow starter, like a very slow starter. As you can tell in the later parts of the first round, he started picking up his pace. But so even though he has power and he can stop seemingly anybody, he is not fast to use it immediately. Oh, he wobbles him. Vega wobbles him. Yeah, check Instagram real quick.
Another TikTok ban? So right out of the 2020 playbook. I mean,
Yeah. Oh shit, my bad, bro.
Oh shit, my bad, boy. Oh damn, this round is really not looking good for Slither. He went from wobbled to now getting taken down. On twice. Look at him. Oh, clean shot lands from Vega. Oh, the clean shot lands. Oh, another good body shot. This fight is guaranteed to be 1-1 if he doesn't start doing something big this round. Oh, he wobbles him. This might be a big moment. Oh, he's landing clean shots on him now. Oh, god damn. Immediately, as he started landing those clean shots, the second they went into clinch, his fire got put out in a matter of seconds. Oh! Lands another shot. Vega's wobbled. Oh! hits him with an elbow. Oh, goddamn! Is he gonna be able to pull off this win? There's only a few seconds left in the round. Oh my god, this fight. This is still. That's a cool. That's a cool dog. Going into this round, this could be. This is guaranteed to be the last round, but if these two guys keep fighting the way they were, this is guaranteed to be a finish. Oh! Lands a clean elbow there. Seems like so has finally started picking up the pace a bit more. Oh, goddamn! Just that clean out, that elbow lands and he knocked him out. Jesus Christ. Oh, goddamn. Just fake the bam. The second he went to step in, cracked him with that left elbow, knocked his lights out. That might be the cleanest shot we've seen landed by this man and in his entire career. Because that elbow landed, and you can tell the guy's lights went out. He landed 86 strikes. I won the first two rounds. That second round I should have lost, but I started making a comeback during that round. Just cracked him, and then cracked him, then cracked him.
Before the PLE, with 15 points available, would we finally be able to track down the man that all of my opponents feared? It had to be worth a shot, as we had no luck before now. So I rested my tag champs and flew through the week, with the only real highlight being Jerry Hattrick losing to his Achilles heel Broderick for the Intercontinental title. But that was hardly a concern right now. Just give us those scouting points. As our results came in and we fell further behind, I just couldn't take it anymore. We needed to find him, and he's out there somewhere, making the Knights of Innocent Clubbers slightly worse with his rude tone and power-hungry nature. Armed with 15 scouting points, I set out for one last search for Kyle before the PLE. Would I find him just in time? I used all 15 scouting points and changed the criteria just in case Kyle wasn't counted as a rookie. Most other jobbers have been level 0, but this is Kyle Slickman we're talking about. The results were in, and I anxiously checked the scouting pool. Cannot tell you how clutch that scouting power card was in finding him. There's still hope for this run. Tears were legitimately streaming down my face as I bumped his contract up to the maximum it could be. I can't believe he's back. He's here and he's beautiful. Now that we had him though, I had a different idea. I wanted to level Kyle up to be the highest ranked superstar on my roster. But not only that, I wanted him to be amongst the immortals in the game, all the way up at level 25. It'd take a lot of power cards and training promos, but I was willing to give it everything I had to make sure he went into WrestleMania as an immortal. For the PLE itself, Kyle needed to be on the card, but we could hardly throw him straight into the main event, so a mid-card triple threat match will do for now. It must have hurt him though, seeing his former tag partner turned bitter rival Jerry Hattrick in the opener for the title, as Jerry did everything he could to dethrone Braden. Over the last few weeks, Braden and Heath had been going at it, resulting in a fairly heated rivalry between the two, and it definitely showed here, with Braden showing no signs of holding back on the Grease Lightning enthusiast. With Cole Quinn dazed on the outside, and Jerry Hattrick contemplating whether his hip had given out for a 17th time, Heath was hauled up and planted, resulting in Braden once again walking away with the title. This is some run that he's putting on, but none of the fans seem to be that bothered about the Killer Clown, and it was clearly getting to him. In a horrific display of what can only be described, stomps on Jerry as he walks out the ring, making sure that he will indeed need that 17th hip replacement.
Damn.
Jerry's out for 4 weeks, and the pitchforks are out for Braden. Continuing on their card, and there's no prizes for guessing who won this one. Ali and Danielle wiped the floor with Spartanova once again, and mocked the women's division, asking whether anyone is capable of stopping them. The unlikely duo of Jackson Smooth and Triton then put their bodies on the line in an Extreme Rules match versus the Red Monsoon and Brute Force. But sadly for all of Jackson's fanbase, they lost the belt. Good Guy Jackson was seen signing autographs and taking pictures with fans whilst leaving the ring, and even said he'd be donating his entire life savings and any further money he owns to the local children's hospital to make sure that no child has to go through the experience he has. I'm genuinely crying. I'm speechless. This man's heart is made of pure gold. Corica had been very public in her targeting of the champion Odyssey Rift and claims that she is the baddest woman in sports entertainment. But could she back that up? She joined Neon and Odyssey in a steel cage match to close out the show for the title, and it was brutal. Odyssey displayed her signature strength, and Neon was being used as a ragdoll for both of the other women to show off what they're capable of. Eventually, though, with Odyssey out in the corner, Cut took advantage of the triple threat stipulation and pinned Neon for the win. Rift is furious and claims that Cora could never beat her in a 1v1.
Oh, we can.
Neon. After our first great show with a special bonus card played as well, 113,000 fans. Not exactly what I was hoping for. To make matters even worse, WCW took the lead. It was a tough pill to swallow, especially after all of our hard work, but we just have to keep our heads up for now. With a somewhat established roster and just a glimmer of hope, we continued on as normal for 5 weeks. We ignored the draft as no one else had any jobbers for us to trade for, and built up our stars to the point where maybe someone might enjoy one of their matches at some point. Slickman got his first win in Week 6, while Cora embarked on her own redemption arc by defending her title. Week 7 was much the same, with us trying to build up rivalries and not anger Odyssey Rift too much. Putting her in easy matches where she could just squash her opponents kept her satisfied for now, and provided great entertainment for the fans at home. After Week 7 though, we managed to pick up a card that could be game-changing for us. A network special. This essentially does what a special promotion used to do, and it's by a large amount of the show. So we'll keep that tucked away. Yeah, we have to make sure we use it at the right time, as these really don't come round that often.
Once everything's perfectly organized, I'll start working on my thesis.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on!
Spin powerbomb to eliminate him. We have a guaranteed new champion. Kyle comes in the pack, but Jerry rolls away to safety. Finally, we see his throws Kyle into some boxes and stands on him, flexing his biceps. And Jerry wins. Out of nowhere, the accessory to this backstage brawl grabs the title belt and runs off. It's the heist of this century. Seth Rollins, eat your heart out. The fans can't believe it as they have a new champion, and one that they could have never predicted. Normality resumes though in the first mid-card match, as Cora Cup retains her title once again. She really has got a chip on her shoulder. But even though our show had some great matches, our drama curve was off, which we really couldn't afford to be doing at this stage of the challenge. Despite the setback, we actually ended up being the second highest gainers this week, but it felt futile. We were still nearly 50,000 fans off of Mick Foley, and progress was slow. Also, just to address the current leaderboards, we're in first place now as I completed enough seasonal challenges to get a Hall of Fame trophy, which is all well and good, but we don't accept that as a win. We have to beat the opponents on Hall of Fame trophies and fans in order for it to count, so while it was nice seeing us at the top, I knew it meant nothing. After Payback, we saw a number of our jobbers leveraging to gain match specialities, which was a huge positive, as it meant that we'd be able to put on better shows going forward. Week 11's show opened up with a massive fatal four-way match for the women's title, where Odyssey Rift got another chance to reclaim her gold. But once again, the intelligent Cora Cup didn't know the Northern Light for the victory, enraging Rift even further. Kyle then made Triton tap out to end their rivalry early in the main event, and currently sits at a crazy 75 popularity. Will he get another shot at the title soon? It doesn't look too likely with his stamina being so low, but the fans can't be ignored. They want Slickman. With Stephanie McMahon now emerging as the new leader, the results look ominous for us this week. We lost the week by around 13,000 fans, and we're still rooted to the bottom. Maybe the challenge will just have to change to us beating Foley, as that would make me pretty interested in itself, but I needed to press on and do whatever I could to climb up the ground. Roderick finally returned to the while Hell to Pay marked another win on their record this season, beating the unlikely duo of Becky Spartan and Penelope Perfect.
You ready to fight?
Seems to have really
Are you
got
ready to fight? Here we go!
Maybe the accusations were right. Was she being gifted wins by her former alleged lover? It certainly didn't look good. Roderick picks up where he left off. Gets slayed in the main event. Claims that Roderick said he'd only be out for a week, actually has only bad cases of flu. But after denying modern medicine and using his own medieval practices, he got a toe infection and couldn't walk for 3 weeks. But that whole situation could have been avoided if he wasn't so stuck in his play. The show turned out to be a hit, gaining us the second most fans this week. The NXT 2.0 was soaring. We might seriously up our game to have any hopes of breaking free of fourth place. To kick off week 13, we had a big upgrade. Kyle Slickman, now level 15, could be given an alternative class fight. Thankfully, there was a specialist, meaning that he could be in a rivalry with anyone, not suffer any quality judgment. So we went on that. Simon Cole showing up his versatility. And Lance Campbell complicating the Olaf and the Simon himself didn't really seem to work on value at this point, but one man was standing out almost clearly, and Ostrovsky was building up quite the momentum with the crowd. All in all, we just seemed to be ticking along, not really making any gains for leaders, and watching our hopes fade in 5 weeks. The next PLE had to be a big one for me, and we had a plan. Trying to give the fans what they want, Olaf Ostrovsky got a chance at the Intercontinental title in week 14 against Braden and Rodney. Yet again, the style and PC pulled out back, and he's been going under the radar in terms of his performances this season, if only he hadn't been out for so long. Croydon pulled out Slickman to elevate their rivalry to level 4, which apparently wasn't ended by their submission at the previous, with Kyle's new franchise Odyssey Rift then shows off her capabilities once again as she takes down all of the wins for face. All on her shoulders, she's not doing what? Strength that she's lifted all around the table, all of these pots, all of her everywhere. Finally, Jerry Sweat defends his title in the main event, puts on a good show in front of the average-sized crowd. An unlikely champion, but the fans are appreciating this underdog story. For all our efforts though, we found ourselves nearly 100,000 fans down going into the fast lane. This PLE needed to turn the table. I wasn't expecting to be top of the leaderboards after it, but I just needed a sign that this was actually possible. With limited power cards to use on my opponents, we were basically relying solely on us having an unbelievable show to climb the rankings. And honestly, this show was looking pretty stacked and slacked. I wonder how he's getting on in Saudi Arabia. Anyway, fans were all too familiar with the outcome of the first match as Hell to Pay defend their titles for the umpteenth time against Penelope and Ben. One fan reportedly saw the 1 to 100 odds of Hell to Pay winning and placed a $38.6 million bet on it, walking away with a profit of $386,000. That's genuinely free money. Speaking of obvious outcomes, Cora Cutt took down Psycho Sally and Neon Brightstar in a tables match to continue her impressive run. The fans, however, weren't too invested in her story and were more concerned about the Icelandic powerlifter who was walking out next. In her match, Odyssey Rift was making mincemeat of Precious Silver, Queen Bee, and Nova Northern Light, until something wildly unexpected happened. Out of seemingly nowhere, Precious Silver displays a Herculean feat of strength, slamming Odyssey Rift through a table for the victory. Rift looked stunned, and her tough guy persona seemed to be shattered by Precious Silver of all people. Can she recover from that embarrassing defeat? The almost forgotten about men's tag titles were on the line, and there was a new team on the block. After a successful 17th hip replacement, Jerry Hattrick was approached by Cash Suplex, who was desperate to stay relevant so he could keep earning money to pay off his debt. Sadly for Jerry though, Cash has had a massive fall from grace and cannot keep up in the ring anymore, leading to them losing the match. Jerry Sweat's biggest test so far confronted him in the main event, with him facing off against his rival Brute Force, Triton, and of course, Kyle Slickman. The fans were stunned though, as Kyle seemed to be hesitant to enter the cell. It almost looked like he was having flashbacks to traumatic events in this stipulation. To everyone's shock, Kyle refuses to fight, and it becomes a triple threat match. Jerry Sweat, now not having the hardest competitor in the match to worry about, secures the victory again, and the fans are loving it. But will Kyle be back to wrestle again? Week 15's PLE secured us our first amazing booking rating and landed us nearly 150,000 new fans, which not only meant that we were the highest gamers of the week, but we also earned 50,000 more than Mick, who we were so close to overtaking now. If we're close to climbing into third place with 10 weeks to go, was it actually possible to steal a win at WrestleMania? I wasn't getting carried away just yet, but more positives are waiting for me right around the corner. The huge success of Week 15's PLE meant that we earned another Gold XP Power Card, which was only going on one man. Kyle was now all the way up at level 18, but he had an abysmal 0 stamina. He was in desperate need of a rest, but how are we going to get him enough XP in the coming weeks to level up? I can do training promos, but they half the amount of stamina he recovers if I do that. Maybe the dream of getting an immortal Kyle is over. Unless I get a load more of those boosting power cards, we just have to hope that it works out. With the rejuvenated locker room, the multiple level upgrades, we headed into Week 16. And wait, surely not. Cora's been beaten by Psycho Sally. We have a new champion. It seems that Cora had taken her foot off the gas and was in Odyssey Rock. She must have thought she had this one in the bag and just tried to coast through the match. Sally is delighted though, and set the result coming.
Come on!
Before we get on to the main event though, absolutely devastating. Unfortunately, during his Hell in a Cell match last week, Jerry Sweat lost too much water through her racing and he rushed to the ER. While the doctor said, and I quote, "Why is Gordon here still sweating a lot with the towel or something?" It wasn't looking good for Jerry. Before facing 5 weeks out due to severe dehydration, after releasing the world title so the other stars could fight. Jerry never lost, and the fans won't forget his work. After his departure, Robert pushed him forward, saying he's one of the best talents in the country this season and deserves a shot at the title. Believe it, he goes and wins it. Roderick now holds the Intercontinental and World title, but will he be able to put up with at the same time? Week 17 saw Kyle jump all the way up to level 20, unlocking another perk for him. Time is running out, but he's pretty close to our goal. Could it actually be possible? Not only that, but after the show, we found our place above both Nick and we had a trip. We were still some way off second, but we were on the up. Last hurdle, we got to win. Robert but he wanted to remind everyone that he was still the Nordic giant that the Gorgo is about to we were blind, but that doesn't mean there weren't glaring issues facing us. We had a severe lack of funds and stamina, but we just had to hope that our roster of former nobodies could carry us over the finish line. We've done so well to get to this point, and to even be challenging for first place, so regardless, I'm proud. But we had 6 more weeks and 6 PLEs to go until all was said and done, and we weren't going down without a fight. Week 20 show seemed monumental.
That was my fourth pro fight, I think. So that's 3 TKO wins in a row. Yeah, 3 TKO wins in a row.
But for now, all we could do was concentrate on putting on the best show that we could. We kicked things off with a star-studded fatal 4-way for the women's title, with Psycho Sally not only facing Cora Cup, but also Odyssey Rich. To her sheer luck, though, Odyssey and Cora disappeared into the crowd mid-match, hell-bent on causing each other as much harm as physically possible, leaving Sally with the easy task of dispatching Neon for the win. She really did get away with one there. Now it was time for the women's tag belts to be defended, and most of the fans went off to grab a drink at this point as they assumed the familiar music of Hell to Pay would be playing as they returned. But fans came sprinting back into the arena as the unthinkable unfolded. Nova Northern Light and her new partner, Precious Silver, actually managed to dethrone the champs. First, Precious Silver planted Odyssey through a table, and now she's wearing gold. Talk about a late comeback story. After losing his world title in recent weeks, Broderick steps in the ring again to defend his other title. But sadly for him, it seems like he's completely worn out. It worked for him refusing to sleep on a modern bed and instead opting for wood and a burlap sack. He might be better conditioned for these fights, but Slade isn't complaining. He picks up the belt and somehow drops it onto his left foot, shattering 3 of his toes and putting him out for 4 weeks. What an absolute disaster this match was. Make sure you don't ask Broderick for any advice on recovery. Finally, the main event. Rangbold defended his title for the first time against 2 competitors. Al Citraz, who watched Prison Break one time and got a bit carried away, and of course, Kyle Slickman. The level 20 megastar easily fends off both big men and walks away as the new men's world champion. It feels good to see him with gold around his waist once again. Can Kyle end the run as champion though, and will he get to the illustrious level 25 ranking? It's gonna be an early last 5 years. Having put on such an incredible show, we managed to gain 143,000 pounds. And that position out of the board.
Ready to go? Are you ready to go? Let's go.
As for Stephanie, well, she was still ahead. But remarkably, even with 10,000 fans, we're in touching distance. We can actually do this. It was 5 more strong weeks, and we named actually 3 opponents on extreme difficulty only using doubles. This was all just hopeful thinking, and waiting for which one was not written. Our stamina levels were all but destroyed. I had to put on filler shows to allow all of my stars to rest. Random match to the schedule did nothing for what I did. Just needed to get on shows and hopefully didn't lose too many fans. Week 21, through the use of the old school charity promo, more fans than NXT 2.0. But that couldn't match, did it? Also, we piled out that a lot hung in the balance, but we had no choice other than to just keep this up. We
I can just see, I
a
think,
big title match in week 22 with Queen Bee facing Beth Spartan and Psycho Sally for the title. Before the match, Psycho Sally had a prediction that she saw herself in a vision, lifting the title at WrestleMania and finishing the challenge as the women's champion. But fans started to doubt her legitimacy as Queen Bee picked up the victory and became the new women's world champion. Bet she's buzzing with that one. I'm sorry. She also got injured as well for 4 weeks. That one must have stung. Yeah, I need to touch grass. Incredibly, even though our shows had been subpar in recent weeks, we somehow ended up at the top of the leaderboard going into week 23. It was only by 3,000 fans, but I couldn't believe it. Not long ago did this challenge seem impossible, yet here we are sitting in the #1 spot. I can't let this slip from here. I needed to stay focused and end strong. Only 3 more weeks to go, and our luck was about to take another huge upward turn. As I surfed through the menus in week 23, I checked the commissioner goal as I usually would. But can you believe it? Sat there, staring me in the face, was none other than another network special card. The one thing I'd been begging for since I got one in week 7. Was this going to guarantee us the victory? It certainly wasn't decided just yet. I needed to get through the next 2 weeks without too many casualties, but it proved to be tricky. Week 23's show was nothing short of a disaster, with me desperately trying to save stamina ready for Mania, and as a result of that, we lost a significant amount of fans on NXT 2.0. We were back in second place, but not by much. Now, it was all about damage control, and making sure that we went into Week 25 with enough fans to come out with the win. Week 24 needed some more quality to it, so we had a women's tag match for the belt. And right at the last hurdle, Hell to Pay reclaimed their gold. Kyle also made his in-ring return in the main event after a few weeks of regaining stamina. While he didn't reach the promised land of an immortal ranking, he's level 21 and by far our most popular superstar. But now it was time for him to perform on the biggest stage of them all. We did a lot better this week in terms of fans, but it still wasn't enough to close the gap on Stephanie.
Late fight replacement, of course. Then we're fighting Juan Lopez. Lopez is 12 ranked. So the 12 ranked fighters coming in on Mitzi 1 week notice.
She sat down the fans ahead of us going to WrestleMania, but we had our trump card.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Time to fight!
Great.
He has some bad blood with silence still, and I don't think he's left. The squad's well fit for a reason, because it's the shines. It took some time before anyone even set up a ladder in the race. Started to see them and what happened. I'm going knocking down man. Eventually though, ladders was set up.
You're a winner!
But someone's there. Shockingly though, Owen can't seem to rip his head of the pain that Silent once caused him, and opts to try and pull him down instead of Ola. While Silence tries to fend off Ola and screams at him to stop Ostrowski instead, Ola grabs the bell. The stadium erupts. An absolute classic of a match. Kyle's pride and vengeance comes back to bite him. Ostrowski ends the run as the world champion and tag champion, and it's hard to say that he doesn't deserve it. After all the plates were off and everyone had gone home, I held my breath as the results of the show rolled in. Had I done enough? Yes, I was close in the rankings with Steph, but she may have put on a blockbuster. The one bit of reassurance I had was a network special card though. However, it was plausible that someone else had one as well. The fan statistics came through, and we gained 279,000 fans. That's a big number, but is it enough? We needed about 10,000 more fans than NXT 2.0 to win, and they got 230,000. That's an absolute landslide. I can't believe we turned this season around and came out with the win. Could only have done
Barely.
it without Kyle and his insanely high rating. What about Odyssey and Cora putting on banger matches week in, week out? Not to mention Hell to Pay being the most unstoppable force the WWE has ever seen. This group of jobbers might have started as rookies, but they all deserve to be inducted into the Hall of Fame after that run. There were so many ups and downs, and I thought there was just no point in continuing. Couldn't be more proud of my roster. I genuinely don't see them as a roster now, though. I see them as family, and what a journey we had together throughout this challenge.
Good watches one him doing that in
for my business because of its massive scope for functionality and freedom of creation.
We got subscribers to help us out in our latest MyGM challenge, and it turned out to be
Yes.
quite fun.
Thank you. I thought that was for me.
We brought you hot wings,
Nice.
but no pizza because we had buffet.
Oh, okay. Hot wings.
Hardest challenge that we'd ever attempted. It's close to impossible, but is it actually impossible? Against 3 AI opponents on the hardest difficulty settings, with the hard AI buffed in a recent patch to the most difficult that it's ever been, we wanted to see if we could win in MyGM using an entire roster of created wrestlers, or cores, submitted by our subscribers. And we customized all of them to start on 1 popularity, the absolute lowest it can go. Popularity drives match ratings, and this makes it impossible for us to pop shows without building our core. And with just 25 weeks in the season to come out with advanced standings after WrestleMania, we wouldn't have much time to do that at all. I failed this over and over again, and decided it was time for one final attempt. Welcome to the One Pot Challenge. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, this run was absolutely brutal. I had multiple points where by week 5 there was no hope for me. Despite my best efforts, I knew I couldn't do this alone, so I made the executive decision to draft in Luke to help me plan a strategy in a Discord call. Every week had to be absolutely perfect if we were going to do this, and we needed to make sure that we stuck to a strategy no matter what.
The people that are going to be your title holders, we actually just want them going into normal matches in the mid card. They're just going to put on 1-star, 1.5-star matches in the earlier weeks. But that's fine. All we want to do is make sure they appear and work on the popularity. Stamina. Every week they don't appear is a wasted opportunity for us to build their popularity, even if it's only going up by a little bit. And then because you have such a big roster, you have like a huge number of people that they just can't appear every week, even if we wanted to put them in every week. So they should be in the opener and the main event, and they should just be in huge stipulations. Throw them in a Hell in a Cell. We've got so much money to play with. They've got so much stamina to play with. We're going to nail the drama curve every single time when we do this, hopefully, until the popularity starts building anyway, just in these earlier weeks.
Once we had our plan in place, we were filled with hope and excitement. This could actually be possible. But as we know at this point, we were about to go through what can only be described as an emotional roller coaster.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Time to fight!
Oh, that was clean.
Stars that were available. This in itself was a risk though, as we had absolutely no control over the potential class types that we'd have access to. Immediately, this caused issues in the women's division, with us drafting 3 giants and 1 spectre. If that wasn't worrying enough though, they also all had pretty terrible stamina. Not a good start at all. It was clear that if we were going to raise the popularity as quickly as possible on our main event stars, they were going to need to fight every single week. So by that logic, we chose our champions based off of stamina alone. Wyvern became our inaugural SmackDown Men's Champion, and it quickly went to his head. Wyvern was adamant that he was the villain in the WWE, and vowed to rule Friday nights with an iron fist and stomp out all competition that dared to stand in his way. In the women's division, Snow Stevens was selected as the champion, who's a shy and sweet girl from Alabama. By the age of 12, she was already 6'4" and knew exactly what she wanted to be when she was older. With her height and determination, she was certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with. After the draft, we were able to look at the free agents pool and select some more superstars.
Like, I wanted to play basketball.
In there, we found a whole host of wrestlers who were going to make booking shows a lot easier with their variety of class styles. Then, with the completed initial roster, it was time. In our hands lay a power card that was about to decide everything. Which 6 lucky superstars were about to get the push of a lifetime at SmackDown? The entire roster held their breath as the names started rolling in. Penguin, Bulldozer, Diaz, Diane, Archangel. These were the chosen ones who were gifted an unbelievable 7 popularity in week 1. How on earth were we going to manage the ego of such popular wrestlers? Week 1 show saw real-life superhero Henry Hero take on the current men's champion Wyvern as he promised to rid SmackDown of his evil ways and win the title. He backed up his words in the ring and took down the supervillain in an exhilarating 1-star match, but luckily for Wyvern, it wasn't for his belt. Next up, a match that includes 2 members of the roster that were getting a push, Penguin and Bulldozer. Alongside Penguin stood Tyler Moffat, who agreed to team up with him to capture the titles, as Penguin looked more determined than anyone else to do so. Sam and Emith, former big game hunter in Australia, quickly took the vacant spot on Bulldozer's team, saying that Penguin's a breakfast for some of the animals that he's conquered in his time. Much to both Bulldozer and Salmon's surprise though, Penguin waddled off with the win and the belt in a 1.5-star match. The main event saw P.T. Hattrick, son of the infamous Jerry Hattrick, get a push alongside Nathan Diaz for the Intercontinental title. As they were getting ready to start their match though, the lights dimmed down and out walked Alex Demon. Without saying a word, the match became a triple threat, and of course the man with wrestling in his blood won the Intercontinental title at the age of just 18. A truly remarkable feat, but boy did he know it. Predictably, that show had us sitting firmly at the bottom of the leaderboard, and things were off to a bad start. Popularity was ridiculously low, and we didn't really have much time to boost it up a lot. With our strategy in place though, we persevered and went again. Seeing as we had a wealth of riches after spending next to nothing on the draft, every week would be a new opportunity.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Time to fight!
The more rounds I get, the slower I start. But since this is still a 3-round fight, god damn, he died. He did. He did. Roll out. Get the casket. Get the caskets. There's no doubt about it. That man's deceased. Polio wins the belt. It's like real life, but it wasn't knockout.
Important. Any cards that were going to affect opposing brands or the star rating of certain match types was huge, and we needed to buy them all if we were going to put on any remotely decent shows in the first few weeks. Sticking to our strategy of having big stipulations for the opener and main event, Week 2 show had the honorary member of the Viking Raiders trying to prove that heritage is far superior to the Saudi sunglasses, as he took on Yun Ji Ho in a last man standing match. With the power card boost applied, this got a very respectable 3-star rating and started a feud between the two polar opposite stars. Said list celebrity turned wrestler Barry Scott calls out the man mountain himself, Phoenix, who was previously a world champion in karate. Scott picks up the mic and simply says,
Bang! And that Phoenix is gone.
influx of Week 2's new free agents allowed them to put on a women's tag match
Kitchen gun.
with Darkness and Diane, or D&D for short, taking on Jessica Diamond and Mackenzie Hill. After claiming that D&D were the most feared women on the planet, Hill and Diamond made them eat their words by taking home the title. In the main event, we have our first ever Hell in a Cell match, knowing that we needed a big stipulation for the drama curve. Upon arriving at SmackDown, both Elrod and Rockstar Rebel immediately confronted each other, knowing that they were the only two aliens on the roster, with the aim of proving that their home planet was better than the others. Big game hunter Sam and Emith fancied a match against these two, and Wilbur Ortega of all people just threw himself in as well, claiming that he just wants to fight, and astonishingly, out of the crowd of giants, there's Wilbur, battered and bruised,
You ready to fight? Ready?
You gotta make sure you can't get me down, because this is literally a title eliminator. The winner of this fight is the title shot. So far, I've had only finishes my entire career. This is the weirdest blade takedown attempt I've seen in this game. Oh! Semyonov, sit down. Oh! Getting some good shots on him. Oh! Fires back. Oh! Clean shot to the body there. This might be the first fight of since the Contender Series to go past the first round. You can't land something soon. Oh! God damn, these two men are just rolling. Oh! Lands a head kicker. Yeah, damn.
It's going to be a slow start, but this looked impossible. Just 2 weeks, we were really 40,000 fans. This is the beginning. The strategy seems to be working to a degree.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Oh!
I can tell them both that they're nothing. Before maybe it comes from a long line of Nordic ancestors, but that means that nothing wins the ring with a part of the hat-trick dynasty. Sure enough, hat-trick backs up his word. Then the backstage call that got up the show. It wasn't the first thing to do that. No, these two extraterrestrial beings needed to settle the match. Spoke past outside.
Your winner by an unbelievable
What's on it? We've got a whole lot of people who can argue on in despair to get some measly 1.5-star rating. Week 4 started with a bit of cunning tactic. We played a veto random superstar on Stephanie and WCW as they were topping the leaderboards and needed to be slowed down. We also brought the sellout again for this week's show, with Phoenix and Barry Scott finally getting their hands on each other until, yep, you know him, Alex Stevens shows up with a key to unlock the cell and declare it as a triple threat match with himself included. Confused as to what he was doing there, both Phoenix and Barry seemed unnerved, but eventually started laying into one another, only for Alex Demon to swoop in for the pin after they were both exhausted. Does Alex Demon even work for WWE? No one seems to have a contract for him or anything. Wyvern then pins the fan favourite Henry Hero to the mat again for a second victory in a row, and once again delivers a monologue about how he rules SmackDown and no superhero can stop him. The fans are desperate for Henry to shut this man up next week, and their rivalry increases as a result. Penguin and Kyler Moffat have been fighting champions since claiming men's tag team belts, and tonight was no different, putting them on the line yet again against the new tag team of Bulldozer and Goldman. Bulldozer claims that Goldman is an elite-level athlete that he's recruited from his fitness academy, and that Penguin and Moffat stand no chance against them. Well, in what turned out to be a great advertisement for Bulldozer Fitness, Goldman and the man himself secure the belts going into Week 5. Without any of the fans even realising, both Shotgun Sally, a former police officer who was released from the force for far too many false arrests, and Ella Rod, the sister of Elrod, start brawling backstage. Fans speculate why SmackDown seem to have bust-ups outside the ring so often, but can't help to watch in the thousands as they play out. Shotgun Sally takes the win and bags us a vital extra 10,000 fans.
Yeah, this is now becoming scary.
Sally and Elrod managed to somehow get
all the boys.
That cost us $90,000, throwing the drama curve off at the last second. With WCW and other brands showing no signs of slowing down in terms of fans gained, Week 5 PLE was more important than ever, and had to make a big impact on the standings. Otherwise, it had an almost impossible mountain to climb. It was time to go forward. Stephanie had been gaining fans on us week after week, and we could bring down a peg, so we placed 3 power cards on her all at once, in the hope that WCW's ratings would suffer as a result. In terms of our show, we went big, playing match-type boosting cards here, there, and everywhere, whilst putting our stars in huge stipulations. It was either go big or go home, and we were doing everything we could. The show started with a story that would have sold billions of copies if it were written by Marvel. Henry Hero, the fans' beacon of hope, battling out against Wyvern in an Iron Man match. And no, there was no pun intended. A lot was riding on this match, and not just the fate of this challenge, the fate of SmackDown as well. You'll be relieved to know that this match got a 4.5-star rating, and Henry Hero won. The fans breathed a huge sigh of relief as Friday nights seemed to be taking a turn for the better. The first mid-card match had 2 of the fiercest ongoing rivalries going at it, with Phoenix and Barry Scott continuing their beef with each other while Bjorn got his hands on Yunji Ho yet again. For all the chaos though, it was Phoenix that rose from the ashes to claim victory, making a huge statement to the fans in attendance. Could he go on to win gold at SmackDown? There was hardly time to ponder though, as the cell that was suspended above the ring was lowered and outwore the most feared tag team in WWE history had arrived and was ready to take the team into their story. Their opponents were justified.
You ready to fight? You ready? Fight!
After just 5 weeks, we were over 100,000 fans off of first place. This might be insurmountable already, and it's not like we even have anticipating that they would release now, the fans were disappointed when Rosario and Alabama failed to retain a solid scale escape. Sally says that this power
Are you ready?
was not
Fight!
very genuine.
I wasn't even starting to go faster or anything, just think.
Making her debut at SmackDown in Week 9 this was relative for the WWE reign, and she was up to no good, interfering in an esoteric match with Archangel inside Hell in a Cell. Somehow, she was up to Week 9 with little progress at least. Making her debut at SmackDown in Week 9 was
Your winner by an unbelievable
interfering in an
Kyle
esoteric
Stickman.
Archangel inside Hell in a Cell. Somehow, even with it being a 2-on-1, Terra manages to win anyway. Makes a huge statement in the women's division that people should be scared of her. Barry Scott and Phoenix pick up where they left off with their feud, again trying to outtalk each other on the way to the ring before Phoenix planted Barry through a table. We've got a level 4 rivalry on our hands in that one, just in time for the PLE. Another level 4 rivalry that's been slowly cooking in the background is between Wyvern and Nathan Diaz. They got at each other's necks just weeks ago and are seemingly ready to decide it at Hell in a Cell. Newcomer Baron Urena also impressed the audience with his debut performance, just narrowly being beaten to win by a sadistic Wyvern. He is adamant that he will be running SmackDown again soon. After the night was over, we turned on our TVs to check out the other brand shows, and to our shock, the team was in a level 4 rivalry with Bianca Belair. Without even offering to sign for SmackDown, she was off making a name for herself elsewhere. I don't know whether to be proud of her or insulted her. Either way, best of luck, I guess. After an incredible result last week, we were absolutely devastated to see our numbers drop so drastically. From 46,000 fans to just 25,000. That's what we were getting in the first few weeks. With our opponents showing no sign of slowing down either, we had to act, and act fast.
No.
Hell in a Cell needed to be big, and we needed to alter our
I'll sign you on 23.
done. But we weren't giving up hope just yet. This felt like a huge PLE. If we were going to get back into it at all, these were the shows that would do it. Immediately we were met with issues though. Both Sonya and Stephanie attacked us with power cards, doubling the cost of all stipulations and power cards in the store, which we were relying heavily on at this point. Even though we had a fair bit of cash still, this wasn't good. We needed to cling on to any money we had so we could continue to put on
Right,
shows
woman.
in
Bring it on.
This didn't stop us from putting on banger though. We opened with a branded PLE bonus Hell in a Cell matches, Infinite Rivals and
Bring it on!
Frankie the Freak decided to sprint in and try to do anything he could to he lifted the gold above his head for the 10th week in a row. What a run from this young man, but his attention had fully turned to that interference was personal. He played a coast-to-coast card to add cluster to our show card, and Tyler interfered with Shotgun Sally in Ella Rod's match, resulting in Sally's win. Then it was time to settle a rivalry that had been and Bulldozer wanted their title back off of Penguin and Joey Jarrett, and they were willing to work for it. This next match was an absolute classic. The fans genuinely had no idea who was going to come out on top. After a lot of back and forth, Bulldozer orders his students to stick, and Dalton had connected through a table to the bells were back around their waist.
How old am I? 21? 2 more years here?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Time to fight! Are you ready? Come on!
And the crowd murmurs to themselves, wondering if Easy Hattrick was only 15 years old. But surely not.
Here we go. Let's get at it.
Started to claim that he was the reincarnation of one of Bjorn's. He'd gone back to take revenge on him for not. This clearly got in Bjorn's head as him and Ghost fought their way backstage, leaving Barry Scott to hit the Sillet Bang, and the Freak was gone. The first mid-card match had Dark Horse on as Diane tried to prove herself against Christina, Mackenzie Hill, and Erin Conan. Sadly, she was the one that was planted through a table and she picked up the victory and closed the Bjorn's face. That's surely not going to go down well. Bulldozer saw potential in Sam and Ina and offered for him to join the Bulldozer Fitness Academy, but Sam was more interested in getting his hand on Henry Hero. DJ Platinum rocked up as Hero's partner and managed to take the win against the dysfunctional tag team. Finally, we had another backstage brawl, which begs the question, does SmackDown even find security? I know one man that could help out. Shotgun Sally continues her reign as the women's champion by dispatching Paragon into a near garbage can. That's Sam and Ina Bulldozer weren't happy about losing, so demanded to fight Platinum and Henry Hero again in but unfortunately, and the Big Game Hunter, the result was the same. Fan favourite Henry Hero won again, another statement as to why he should be getting a push at SmackDown. Harry Scott then finds Biggie Hunter seemingly doing work backstage, and invites him to the ring to get him losing his title. And Scott put on a show against the Freak and Barry's former rival Phoenix, coming out with the win and giving PC some of his mojo back. The main event, the wedding feud between Nathan Diaz and Ryburn continued alongside bitter rivals Seymour and Chase. Before the match, Seymour told Chase that he was coming for his newly acquired title and backs up the talk with a win in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Ryburn seems to be getting extremely angry at the fact that he's not being respected as a legitimate threat anymore. Diaz after the bet. They agree to level 4.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on! Do something or I'll call the match.
Oh, damn, what? That was fucking hilarious, actually. Just big.
The whole station went silent and they knew it was time for a savage clash. We've seen numerous crocodiles get taken out by this one, and Henry was simply his next big hunt. Sam Nemeth covers him and takes home the gold, becoming the men's world champion with just 10 weeks left in his run. Could he be the man to end the run as the face of SmackDown's men's division? After that shocking upset, Wyvern walks out to a rather mixed reception, which infuriates him. In order to make people scared of him again, he was going to need to make an example of Nathan Diaz, and that he did, locking him into the Y-axis and not letting up even after he tapped. That rivalry is over, and Wyvern seems to put some of the fear back into the audience. The Wicked Witch had been picking up a lot of momentum in the build-up to Backlash, going into things as the women's tag champ alongside Mackenzie Hill, and she was looking to put on another spectacle here. Darkness had offered Diane one last chance to prove herself. She messed up too many times to count now, and she was sick of it. Either they win the belts here, or Diane is out of B&D. The Wicked Witch decided that she wanted to get her revenge on them properly. Ducked out the way as Diane ended up hitting Darkness with her running clothesline finisher. Distracted and shocked at what she'd just done, the Wicked Witch took advantage after a flying leg drop from Mackenzie, retaining the titles and putting a definitive end to B&D as we know it. In what was comfortably our best show to date, we gained an impressive 155,000 fans, which was comfortably beating both NXT and WCW. And due to our backstage brawl we included gaining us a further 10,000 fans, we actually ended up with the most out of any of the brands. A small win, but a win nonetheless. Was it even possible to win the challenge?
The funniest thing is, going into this fight, everyone's probably thinking like, yeah, these two have fought before, it was an amazing fight, and this and that. This is a good, it was a good, fast fight. Sure, the guy barely landed anything against but he still fought well. But now at this point, Sir is just gotten to the point where he's like, listen, I'm here to just take my time, and I ain't gonna immediately go and fight throwing haymakers. It's just gonna be, if I land one, I'll go for it. I'll go for the finish. If I don't, keep my calm. I'll stay cool. Calm and collected.
You ready to go? You ready? Let's go. Stay focused now. Come on. Here we go. Who's starting?
Yeah, after him. How much total fight time has been in have I've had between the first and second fight between that against that guy? Because I know it's at least a minute. So my fights with him 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Nope. I don't need to count like that. 74 seconds. So a minute and 14 seconds, but to be completely exact, a minute and 23 seconds. Okay, a minute and, yeah, I was correct, a minute and 14 seconds. When that's the total fight time you've had with one guy, you know that guy's either better than you, or you are bad, or you're not a good fighter. And if you're able to fight for a title, you have to be at least decent.
This is my impression of a deadbeat dad who is also a magician.
Hey, come here. You see this card? Where did it go?
I don't know. Maybe check in your pocket. Huzzah! This is my impression of a deadbeat dad who is also a magician.
Huzzah! So I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 first round finishes. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 finishes that weren't in the first round. That's kind of how you can tell fighters good, but if you look real quick, I remember. Yeah, I fought this guy's brother. I fought his brother in a fight, and I beat his brother in the second round, 36 seconds into the second round. So that entire fight was 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Now I'm about to fight his brother. Tell me I'm about to beat him at that same amount of time.
This is my
It sure is nice driving my 2020 Chevy Silverado.
Hi, Squidward.
It sure is nice. It sure is nice driving my 2020 Chevy Silverado.
Hi, Squidward.
It sure is nice driving my 2020 Chevy Silverado.
Hi, Squidward.
It sure is
I
nice
love that video so much. Just that. Hi, Squidward.
Challenge? Maybe, but not likely. Money could become pretty tight as well, putting on such big stipulations for weeks on end. Whether was that going to become a factor as well? Regardless, though, we couldn't have predicted what would happen next. Triple H came to inform us that our new SmackDown champion, Sam Neiman, had been asked to film a movie. Apparently, as soon as he walked out the room with the belt, his agent got on the phone with multiple Hollywood directors, trying to get him a role, and after that was offered. This would mean
Fuck. Okay. What? Darn, I need to remember. I need to see how old the guy is.
This is my impression of a deadbeat dad who is also a magician.
22. Okay, next year.
You ready to
Next
fight?
year, I sign with the
Ready?
UFC.
Let's fight.
grab his arm once again and force him to tap. Barry Scott comes back from his forced vacation and immediately wants to fight again, putting his name into the hat for a fatal four-way in the middle of the card. Seeing as Barry was the man to give PT his mojo back, victory for Scott. Darkness claims that she should never have lost the match last week, and to prove that she's a top-tier talent, she has another opponent in with her opponent.
You gotta do something.
Pokemon trading card game, Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces. Available now.
quickness, the same which applying these elements to diamond, quickly hit the finisher and pin. It seems like he and V are still working together in some weird kind of way, but this isn't the evaluation. In the main event, V's confidence on the line amidst 3 walls facing the corner. Chase, who's been getting harassed by Seymour on a weekly basis, manages to retain his body and holds it high in the air above the 3. Seymour looks enraged and seems to be planning something as he watches Chase go down the ramp. Incredibly, without realizing, we fulfilled Barry Scott's request. At the time, he didn't realize that he was wanting a shot at the Intercontinental title. So, at least he's happy, as currently he's one of our most popular stars. Eleanor had a big match on her hands in week 19.
What are you doing? Something I should have done years ago. I've been numbing my legs in ice for an hour now. What? I can't feel a thing down there.
Eleanor makes a big statement to the division.
See? Nothing. The first 3 times I did that, I hurt like hell. Nobody's gonna say this wasn't a fair fight. When Stevie gets here, I'm gonna flop over to him like a fish, yank him out of his chair, and smash his face in, gimp to gimp. You're insane. Am I? They thought Einstein was crazy. Until he started kicking ass. Who's that? I don't know. You're mine. Good news, Stevie. I forget you.
Backstage before we included. The gap between us and the top was monumental, but not quite unachievable. And a lot was riding on SummerSlam to put us on the right track to win. Due to earning our second Hall of Fame trophy in week 19, we were actually first on the leaderboard. But if you know us, you'll know that's not good enough. We need to win on all metrics, and fans are the only thing on our mind. With it being SummerSlam, it meant that we could unlock the final arena available in the run, which set us back a huge amount of money. Luckily, we had a couple of free arena booking cards we could use to get some of the money back.
You fighting someone for the WWE?
Also, up until this point, Stamina had been managed extremely well, but we were starting
What do you guys see there?
low on a couple of our stars. Most notably, Chase and Seymour, who were set to be the main event of this evening in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Our thinking was
I see $23,646 in organ donation. Kidney, $7,000. Heart, $5,000. Small.
Aaron Conan and Christina both joined the WWE from UFC for the purpose of this challenge and decided to bring their beef over from there. After a few weeks of fallouts and some rough matches, they were at level 4 in this submission.
How do you know he isn't? Because he isn't. Karen, spit some business at him. What? UFC title fight? This is WFA.
Once again, leaving the fans begging for a singles push for the Wicked Witch. The next is a big one. Both Phoenix and Penguin and Bjorn and Gary Ghost had serious problems with each other, and now they were all locked in. This was a recipe for chaos. The weeks leading into the show, Gary Ghost had been picking up nothing but losses against Bjorn and looked like he was hungry to put that right. After a grueling cage match with multiple close escapes for all competitors, Gary Ghost took his chance while Bjorn was trying to stop Phoenix and crashed into Penguin with a dropkick against the cell wall, resulting in a pinfall.
Karen, spit some business facts at him.
No.
Shit, fair enough.
Allowed him to pick up the win and vowed to get his revenge at WrestleMania, but Gary Ghost couldn't care less. As far as he was concerned, his job was done. Barry Scott, remembering the success he had in identifying talent in PC Hackers, scoured the dressing room for another teammate we could find success with. An extremely bitter Jacob Tank, who just wanted a chance to show everyone what he could do. And Barry Scott gave him just that, picking up yet another win against Bill Kirk at the Free. The main event was already a banger before it even started. Seymour clearly, the man who got fired from his job as an optician due to a misplaced scalpel, and Chase, who built his entire life on the idea of being a character from Tekken, were about to go to hell and back. Kendo stick shot after kendo stick shot, Chase was really testing Seymour's limits. He knew that Seymour was low on stamina coming into this, and it looked like he was taking advantage of that. What might be one of the most grotesque finishes to a match I've ever seen, Chase picks him up and slams him down headfirst onto the steel steps. It may not have hurt Seymour, who seemed to have an high pain threshold, but it
I am a legal order.
his belt yet again. The entire audience stood up and applauded the determination of the two fighters.
See, he spit some business facts at you, did.
You ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Here we go.
He almost survived past the first round. Woo. True. Yeah, he's also the N-word. Yeah, I know. He also the N-word. Someone said he was racist. Listen, dog, if you're gonna beat the shit out of that child, it's okay.
Diane got her wish in the opening of the card, facing Ella Rod in a 1v1 submission match to clear the rival and already opponent. She did it. As soon as she got her 1v1 match, she made herself the women's champion in Spartan, who was noticeably angry when walking out for her match. This actually did help her out though. All of that anger ended up going through a table on the darkness secured the win. After their win last week, DJ Pat and the Heroes said that those were scared to put the titles on the line as they knew they'd lose them. So, angered by the claims, they did just that this week and managed to win the match when it mattered. These two might be irritating, but they sure are prize fighters. In the main event, Chase was thrown into an Extreme Rules fatal four-way for his Intercontinental title. It was an executive decision made by the authority that was best for business. Frail body, getting pinned in just he became the new
Are you ready?
He wants it, baby.
Are you ready? Come on.
Good deal. Not just once. Yeah, he's crazy. Oh, okay, so he's crazy.
I was doodling when I realized this isn't a star. You are. Yeah. I was doodling when I...
Him. Eat them. Video Brandon's going to be pretty good. Kill him. Incredible. He shot in and I just went, nope. No. Force. Force. Star Wars reference. Yeah. Force. Force of what? Force.
Although with how Salmon has been treating him over the last few weeks, well, if it wasn't over before this, it almost certainly is now. Sadly, we had to release Salmon to vacate the title and try to multiple level 4 rivalries and huge matches. This was going to be a blockbuster of a show at the very least. He'd also saved a load of power cards to use on NXT, only to find out he had to use them in week 24 for them to take effect at WrestleMania.
Nah.
Everything seems to be going fine, but we had a killer card. We started with the new women's champion, a long-time rival Darkness in a falls count anywhere. More excited. Going into the Wicked Witch had
No, Norman.
I do like to given what we started. These two women did everything out there. Most of the action taking place on the outside. After what seems like multiple threatening bumps, hit a massive Spanish card, covered the Wicked Witch for the win, successfully ending the run of the champion. This is controversial though, as technically her former teammate turned rival Diane never lost the title, with the Darkness is being the fraud by her on social media. And to think they were once the best friends with the same title. Found as horrible of a place as they could. What a shame to see it turn out this way. Bilderberg and Phoenix then got the opportunity to win their titles back again off the victory and Tank. This was a tables match. Off the pretty one. Phoenix and Penguin have a long history of beef. Tank was simply angry at the world. Penguin and Tank ended up taking the
Dude.
just an innocent personal trainer who wanted a career. The vacated box fell into the hands of two men to fight for it, Bjorn and Gary Ghost. These two have done nothing but antagonize each other for weeks, making sure to make the other's life a living hell. But not for much longer. Settled it in Iron Man. 15 minutes stood between them and the title. It's going to come out.
All right.
Well,
I want to see you kill it today. Let's go in there and crush this.
This one looks like it's going down to the right. Later, Gary Moses with his right arm.
Now that's the aggression I want to see in your next fight. Great job.
This could be over. Only 4 minutes left, and Dawn is out of it. But no, it wasn't done just yet. With 2 minutes left on the clock, he picks up Gary into a vertical suplex and kills him with the Viking driver. That's it. This one's over. With 4 minutes to 2, but Dawn is running out of time to win the match. Only seconds. As Dawn targets the damaged arm, striking over and over again, and comes in to make it 3-2 at the death. Wow, What an incredible match that was. Braun overcomes his haunting spirit and walks away with the world title. Shotgun Sally then takes to the ring for her last chance to arrest Mackenzie Kill, who she's adamant is out to cause havoc at SmackDown. But Mackenzie has pleaded her innocence the entire time. The fans know she's innocent and can't understand why Sally won't just leave her alone. But nevertheless, they need to settle this and settle this now. This was the last woman standing match, and it got brutal very quickly. Kendo sticks and chairs were used, and both competitors were damaged. However, there could only be one winner. Mackenzie Hill hits her signature fall-away cutter, and Sally was out. She celebrates prematurely by shushing her critics, and eventually the referee counts to 10 to grant Kill the win. In a feel-good WrestleMania moment, Mackenzie Kill clears her name and manages to overcome the corrupt card. During this match, Luke and I were discussing alternative strategies for another run. We actually ended up doing better than we were expecting, so we're thinking we might have to redo it.
Yeah, so maxing out every card and putting as many people in every show as possible is clearly working. I just don't know if we're too late, like we missed out on 10 weeks of the season trying this, so I don't realistically think we can do it, even though it'll be close. I think we're going to miss out like 20, 30,000 fans behind, so I'm pretty confident in this strategy. So I think once the results come, it's going to be really annoying, but I think we just start again and replay the entire thing through with this new strategy.
As we got to the main event, I couldn't help but feel weirdly proud. Not only have we created some megastars out of a roster with no popularity, but we've also just put on 3 5-star matches at WrestleMania, and I knew this one was going to be our fault. Frankie the Freak, who is definitely a staple in this run, is facing perhaps one of the other most important pieces, Barry Scott. The Freak manages to knock out Barry Scott, resulting in him becoming the Intercontinental Champion for the second time, and the show was officially over. Another 5-star match to close it out, and you can't say we didn't smash it eventually. It was slow starting, but we ended up with a very respectable roster, so all that was left to do was watch the results roll in and see how close it actually came.
How many fans do we need to win by? Like,
well, we were 84,000 fans. 84,000 fans before this show. We've got 298, which is extremely respectable.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How much is NXT going to get? They're not first. 232, okay. That's not that many. 177.
Do we have more? I don't even know if we beat NXT.
181,000. Oh my word. It's going to be extremely close. Yes! We've done it! Wait, we've actually done it. How?
Oh my god, 11,100 fans with the backstage brawl.
It was a backstage brawl. No, but we've got 100,000 fans down at one point. That's right, in what might be the greatest story ever told through WWE 2K23's My GM mode, we somehow, someway, managed to pull off the comeback of all comebacks. At one point, we were around 250,000 fans off of first place, and here we are celebrating the win. I genuinely cannot believe it happened. We actually won, by only 11,000 fans too. We didn't get any network special cards. It was bad luck in general throughout the run, but none of that matters now.
You're the best, let's go. You're the best, nobody better. Come on, all right, here we go. 2-3-2. Good, 2-3-2. Hey, all right.
Without putting more work on your shoulders,
down.
a local tax expert will do your taxes.
Don't care about taxes. I've got it.
See what's one of the hardest challenges on WWE 2K23 possible one. Today, I am going to get the most fans out of every round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so here we go with round 1. This is his UFC debut, so you know what he did on the regional circuit. Ran roughshod through a lot of the guys in his division. Now the question beckons, will his game translate? That's the biggest she's done thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
Head kick there blocked by Saruki. All right, so we're starting to see some swelling now, DC. We'll see if he can make some adjustments defensively.
He's taking too many of these shots up top. I mean, he's got to move his head right away. He's waiting, being reactive. You got to be active in your motions before your opponent sets up their attacks.
Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Now his opponent What an absolute freak of a
That's all
knockout
that
here
happened
tonight.
going
That's
into
a
the fight.
three-check
Got blamed.
knockout, right? Show money, win money, bonus money.
Absolutely, J.A. There's nothing more exciting than a knockout in school. You don't see it anywhere but me.
Finally, we have Adam Pitts. Okay, that's a pretty harsh group of GMs, and I'm really not happy about having to face both. So that didn't quite go to plan. Playing against Mick is always frustrating, as his power card is just so disruptive. Uses it on your guaranteed 2 long-term injuries in the next show, and that always has the capability to derail everything. But nevertheless, even though it wasn't ideal, it was the hand that I was dealt, so I just had to live with it. In terms of the draft, this part was more crucial than ever. In order to put on the best shows that I possibly could, I needed to have plenty of good matchups, decent amount of star power, and a lot of stamina. I ended up signing Edge, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Akira Tozawa, T-Bar, Wes Lee, Dexter Lumis, Grayson Waller, Braun Strowman, and Humberto in the men's division. Then for the women's division, I signed Io Sky, Doudrop, Peter Lyons, JC Jane, Gigi Dolan, and Natalia. Then for my champions, I went with the obvious choices of Edge and Io Sky, as in order to put on good shows every single week, I was going to need a great opener and main event, and these weeks offered me just that. Going into week 1, I was nervous, as I knew that this was one of the hardest weeks to get right throughout the whole run. The reason for this is that it's kind of a blank canvas. Everyone is in the same position with no rivalries, increased popularity, or star power yet, so results really could go a number of different ways. In fact, it was so up to chance that I even debated using my Fighting Champion power card to guarantee the win, but thankfully I decided against it. I put on 2 tag team matches and a North American title match just to make sure I was crowning as many new champions as I could. This meant that I wouldn't just be putting on a better show in terms of match ratings, but I would also be gaining a lot more popularity on 5 more of my stars. After a bit of planning, I settled on this show, with the men's tag team belts on the line in the opener and the men's title as the main event. Then the mid-cards would be the women's tag team match and the North American title match. I made the opener and main event both tables matches to boost the ratings and hopefully get a good booking score. Then also had the women's tag match as a tables due to their popularity and star power being a bit lower than the rest of the card. For the promos, I had Doudrop calling out Io Sky to start their rivalry, which would turn out to be an easy one for this challenge. And then I made sure that I would gain as many fans as possible by booking 2 charity promos as well. For those of you that might not know, charity promos cost $10,000 to put on, but guarantee you a set amount of extra fans gained per one. So these were going to be crucial for a challenge where I had to outperform my opponents in every single show. As far as the actual show was concerned, it didn't go to plan whatsoever. We picked up a 2.5 star in the men's tag team match as Wesley and LA Knight became the new champions. Then Doudrop did a great job of calling out Io Sky, and that rivalry is well underway. But this is where it all went wrong. In the first mid-card match, the women's tag team put on a brilliant 3.5 star performance, which I was not expecting at all, given the fact they not only had less popularity and star power than the others, but the match also contained 2 specialists, so they weren't even getting a full class fight bonus on offer either. Fortunately though, the second mid-card and main event matched the drama curve and yielded some decent results, but I was scared that I'd ruin this in week 1. I can't lose immediately, as that would be a disaster. As the results rolled in, I braced myself, as I received a poor opening rating and only a mere 48,000 fans. SmackDown then gained 35,000 fans, Raw gained 42,000 fans, NXT 2.0 gained 46,000 fans. That was way too close for my liking. We survived.
Will die soon.
The researchers say at first Quigley could only communicate rudimentary fears about his own death, but he soon moved on to expressing more complex emotions, like indifference and self-hatred.
Telling me that he was going to take SmackDown to the top. I really wouldn't be running my mouth if I
And just 2 days ago, Philip Townsend and his colleagues even witnessed what they believed to have been a
step it up. I checked the power card store to see if there was anything on offer to give me the upper hand, despite there being a card available to boost the rating.
Vigilante scientists believe that we may be able to teach a gorilla to resort to alcoholism, or even try to kill itself in as little as a decade. The scientists explained to test whether the results with Quigley.
So I decided to have that as my opener with an extreme investigation. Sky would have their first match for the women's title, and I was excited for this one. With both of the mid-cards being
This is an interesting one.
the match
This looks pretty
Mexican, I
deadly.
edited
It's
this
so
show
exciting to
full
find
of
a new species. I reckon we
Once
should name
again,
it
the
Bonkers.
women's
Yeah,
match
no, we're
delivered
not naming
a
it
4-star
update.
rating for their
Well, what should we
extremely
name
match.
it? Well, what do we
And
know
this was
about
the
it?
perfect
Well, it's
start to such a lackluster opening to week one.
it's a spider.
Next up was our stamina
Yeah,
saver match
that's
between
right,
the
Mark.
two
It has 8
superstars
legs.
we
That's some
drafted.
big ass
Dexter
legs.
Loomis or Grayson
What?
Waller
What should we
got
call
a
it?
better
Long
1.5
legs.
star
Hey, no
rating.
false advertising. I
Is
like
that
it. But
the
hey,
drama
what
king?
if?
Humberto
Hear
took
me
down
out.
Brown
Yeah,
Snowman
we
once
call
again
it
to retain his title in a
Daddy.
3-star match. And in the main event, Doudrop put Io Sky through a table to win the women's championship.
Modern slang is probably so confusing in other countries. Like, boy, you ate. No, I didn't. Modern slang is probably so confusing in other countries. Like, boy, you ate. No, I didn't.
Boy, you ain't. No, I didn't.
Now we've built up a bit of momentum and got some key rivalries underway. Things were looking up. Week 3 posed some problems though. JC Jane demanded a rematch against Natalia, but Natalia had less than 4
We might be able to teach a gorilla to.
Researchers say at first Quigley could only communicate rudimentary fears about his own death, but he soon moved on to expressing more complex emotions, like indifference and self-hatred.
Buying a match boost card, but spending a quarter of our total budget to boost one match seemed
And just 2 days ago, Philip Townsend and his colleagues even witnessed what they believed to have been a panic attack in Quigley.
He was letting out these anguished cries and banging his head against the wall. I just thought, we did it.
Chilean scientists believe that we may be able to teach a gorilla to resort to alcoholism, or even try to kill itself in as little as a decade. The scientists next plan to test whether the results of Quigley can be replicated with other species. They are in the initial stages of teaching bunny rabbits that they will all die.
neck surgery, a hip replacement, metal plates being placed into his
These are thrilling times.
Jackson Smooth
Will
is back,
die.
to do it all over again. I signed in and threw him straight into the triple threat match with Mrs. Waller, knowing the risk that I was. But we needed a third competitor, and Smooth was always ready to put his body on the line for NXT. In arguably the greatest triple threat match of all time, we only received a 1.5-star rating, which I can only imagine is because Smooth didn't win. He was the obvious choice to go over, and the fans all knew that. Another good booking, but only 53,000 fans gained this week. Fortunately, the only other brand to get close to us was Raw, and they were still 5,000 fans off. But I knew that they'd up their game sooner or later, and it was only a matter of time. I still needed to improve a lot, and that's when it happened. Mick Foley applied his Cactus Jack power card to us, guaranteeing 2 long-term injuries after our next show. This is the exact reason why I didn't want to face him, as this card always causes so many headaches when you face it. But that was the hand I was dealt, and I just had to do my best to cope with it. I decided to act like it was any other week and just take the hit, as I didn't really have a choice. I was most concerned about my women's title match, as they were set to be a level 4 rivalry for the PLE, and I was going to need their match to boost my ratings. However, Edge and Lashley needed a bit of a rest, so I ran the risk and put them in a tables match in the main event. The show kicked off with a 3-star women's tag match and saw Edge and Lashley's rivalry grow to level 3. Then Dexter Loomis picked up the win in a 2-star triple threat match, which had Jackson Smooth competing again, despite there being a risk of him falling victim to the very power card that started his miserable string of long-term injuries. The men's tag team...
Calm down, it could be the first animal zoo, where you can have the first animals that were in a zoo.
And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. We send it inside
Second
the octagon.
fight,
Here's Bruce
where
Buffer.
can you go down?
Ready to fight? Ready.
Are ready to go for
Depending on
round
how
one, and
well
it's
he
hard
shows
not to
out
harken
this
back
fight,
to his last
you can
appearance.
guarantee
A
himself
huge
a title
knockout
fight.
victory for him that set up this particular showcase here tonight. Can he keep the momentum going and register another knockout? His fan base is swelling. He is more popular than ever after a big knockout win his last time out. Nice spinning attack there and able to land to the body. Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume, this fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low. Very bad.
Jacase's forehead is bleeding now. Cut just opened up. Nice spinning attack to the body lands for him. Oh, solid kicks are landing. He has most certainly found the range on the feet.
Beautiful job getting those hands up.
Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow. All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's got to deal with everything that he's going to bring at him. He should have got the fight finished, I guess. What a kick. That one landed.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He has certainly found his range on the feet.
I mean, when you don't check, you're going to continue to get blasted with kicks. His opponent has not.
All right, good back and forth action, but they pause things here, DC. They're going to call in the ringside physician and take a look at what is a nasty cut.
Well, he's got to check on it because you don't know if the fighter's going to be able to continue. Fighters always want to fight, but it's up to the ringside physician to tell them if they're capable of it.
Well, it looks as though the fight is going to continue. The referee checking on the athlete one more time.
A bit surprising. I didn't know if they would let this guy continue, but here we go.
All right, so the ref will cut the action back underway after that brief health and safety
We'll go
check. And to no one's surprise, the fans support the decision for the action to continue.
Absolutely. I mean, this official decided you can go. Even though at times the fighter may question whether or not he can do it, we have very smart ringside officials that make a determination, and the determination is get your butt out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
And we have a very smart fighter who is going to have to start protecting that injury. Well, the octagon, not a great place to be when you're looking for a rest or a stool. Back to his feet. Oh, with authority, the body. Big shots here.
At this point,
motioning for his opponent to stand back up here. Jacasey's eye is disgusting. It is critical. I know DC has probably turned away at this point in time.
First round,
they might need to call on the ringside physician pretty soon.
This is not a good fight.
All right, that's the end of the round. Oh, that cut on the forehead is really bad at this point in time. PG-13 stuff. If it gets any worse, they might even stop the fight. Might even call in the doctor here. Let's see. All right, well, the cut man has got his work cut out for him, and I believe we have isolated the shot that caused that critical cut above the eye.
I mean, right above the eye, John. Too many damaging blows. He's got to change something because now every time he gets hit above the eye, the blood will start to leak in his eye, making it almost impossible to fight.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. Oh, beautiful hook there. Strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection. And these will take their...
Outreach your sensei? Nah. The fuck you mean, like, are you challenging me?
Like, no, but it's stuff your body into one of those animatronic suits.
Well, this is awkward, isn't it? Let me... So that's where you messed up. Now get him, Dojo Sensei! Is that Freddy Fazbear?
I always come.
Freddy Fazbear knows the backshot technique? Wait, I sniffed someone else besides me doing backshots. You. Shots. Or my dick! Don't worry, Gojo Sensei. Freddy saved my life. Yuji, there's some things in this world you don't do. And one of those things is to try to copy me. You may be able to do that.
Well, as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Those are the body kicks that'll crumble you.
Jacasey's an absolute mess. Referee might have caught an eye of the ringside physician right there. They might stop this fight. Nice spinning attack there and able to land to the body. Well, he landed a big knockout in the previous round, and you can just tell his confidence is growing from here.
His confidence is through the roof, as it should be.
Back job with the animatronics this time.
domain expansion and infinite actions. Would you stop following me? Kyle. Come on, big brother, let's play. If you want to play in the snow, you should at least put on some gloves. Okay, well, this is...
No!
Oh no, our mates are ring locked together. I'm never going to another Five Nights at Freddy's place with you again, Gojo Sensei. All right, Gojo Sensei.
Doing a great job right now of landing strikes. He just now has to find the one that's going to end the night.
Well, as we pull up the numbers there, bottom of your screen, the body strikes really tell the story in this one. That was a big focus for his camp coming in, and he has certainly worked that midsection to great effect here tonight. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side.
Oh!
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going lower than come right over the top.
Hopefully you can use that spinning kick as a distance maker.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. So he lands another strike here to his opponent's liver. The defense has got to do something at this time. He was buckled with a similar...
He's hurt bad. Now he's back up.
Oh! That's it.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that smile on his face is only going to be surpassed by the zeros on the check. A huge knockout tonight. Got to think some bonus money's coming his way.
Bonus money is coming his way. When you knock somebody stiff like this, you expect a bonus check. What a phenomenal performance by this young man.
And here we go inside the octagon for the official decision. So Bruce Buff.
Yeah, that first round is a beatdown. Like, that man could not breathe for at least not even a second without being humbled. And then the second round's the exact same until he literally gets dropped, and the ref's like, okay, stop. You literally see him get dropped. And him being tough, he probably wanted to continue fighting. The ref out said, you are continuing this fight. You lost. Bad. If you even care. Well, I just knocked a guy out cold and pocket for a night without a 2-round bell. And I'm only getting 24, probably gonna be 25. Justin Gaethje! After this fight, I'm ending stream. So, time for me and Gaethje to throw.
Dexter, the bat has escaped. Dexter, the bat has How courage. You have a guest. More tea, Mr. OJ? How courage. We have a guest. More tea, Mr. OJ? What's the matter, Dan Schneider? I can't speak a little tubes. I see for you. What's the matter, Dan Schneider? I can't speak a little tubes. I see for you. Freebie, what are you guys doing? I told you to get some milk. Why is this lot of nationals about to assassinate Archduke Fraser? You guys are soft
Oh,
fuckers.
shit. Yeah, this is it.
What are you guys doing? I told you. Hey, little mama, have you ever read Jordan Peterson? He'll change your life. Oh, she did.
It is so hard to realize a
she did.
title shot in this loaded.
She did. No, she did.
All right, so will we get a new champion here tonight? That remains to be seen. Round one is underway. This fight, 5 minutes or fewer for the UFC Lightweight Championship. For the #1 contender, this is his first championship opportunity. And given the depth at 155 pounds, you may not get another one. We'll see if he is urgent early as he tries to wrest away the belt.
Fight behind a night jab.
Back to the feet.
Oh my God, he's hurt. He's hurt.
This might be what a
Nice shot there by the champ.
where he lands more like that on Gaethje.
Looks as though he will like the hook at the clinch by Gaethje. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that's speaking.
Make your feet too tough. Oh! Watch Gaethje again.
Massive shot, man. It's over, John. Fight's done. It's over. It's over.
That is it. That is it. First round knockout from Alexander the Assassin. Alex the Assassin. Caught him on his way down.
And a huge,
and
huge win in his career.
Get that
John,
finish.
that was so impressive.
That overhand landed,
display
made him fall,
of
caught him on his way
finishing
down,
ability by this young fighter.
and sent him out.
Hell yeah, yeah, the champ.
I'm sorry, little mama. Oh, Jesus, I have to put you in your place. It's fine. Right now, the matrix. I'm sorry, little.
All right, listen. I said I wouldn't do these anymore, but I'm Johnny Bravo, and this here, it's kind of my thing. So, hey, babe, are you a hit woman? Because if I pay, I was hoping maybe you could take me out. Do you have any raisins? No? How about a date? Are you Medusa? Because you're turning me around hard.
Oh, yeah. That's too funny. Wait, did I say how to follow it?
I'll put you in. Hello, Mama.
Oh, Okay, I'm saying things. Jesus Christ. First round, 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the fight. Dropped Gaethje 4 times, then did 34 out of 69 strikes. God damn, that is not fair.
Joe Rogan's dream.
What's Joe Rogan's dream?
Joe Rogan, Dana White. What's Dana White's dream?
Did you think that was Joe Rogan?
I totally did.
You just called me fucking Joe Rogan. You thought it was fucking Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I thought you were Joe
I was
Rogan.
bald before Joe was ever bald. Okay?
I know.
Hey, listen to me.
Joe. What's Joe Rogan's?
I'm sending that to my dad.
Thanks. Is this free?
Manzanita?
Let's make a creamy shrimp Alfredo. Let's make a creamy shrimp Alfredo.
Oh yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe. And